Hey, come on in. Seriously, pull up a chair and let's have a real conversation. It's it's been a while, hasn't it? I've been thinking a lot about our journey lately, and I wanted to have a very honest, very grounded talk with you today. Just friend to friend. No fluff, no complicated jargon, just the truth about your future and what it takes to actually build something that lasts. Have you ever just stopped, looked at that $1,000 in your hand, and asked yourself, where on earth do I put this to actually change the trajectory of my life? Most people, they just drift. They see $1,000 and they see a consumer opportunity. They see a new smartphone, a weekend getaway, or perhaps a quick gamble on a trendy stock or a crypto coin they heard about on a late-night podcast. But you're here. And that tells me you're looking for something much deeper than a quick fix or a temporary dopamine hit. You are looking for a real strategy that works in the long run. Now, listen closely. I want you to stick with me through this entire talk, because I'm going to share a perspective that most financial gurus completely ignore. I'm going to show you why your first thousand isn't about the market at all. It's about the architecture of your mind. It is about building a foundation that can actually support a fortune. If the foundation is shaky, it doesn't matter how much money you pile on top. Eventually, it will all come crashing down under its own weight. Let's perform a little surgery on how we think about wealth. Most people are in a desperate, frantic rush. They want the big win immediately. They want to turn that 1,000 into 1,000,000 by next Tuesday because they are running away from a life they don't like. But as Dr. Russo, I look at the psychology of money, and I'm telling you, if this is your only $1,000, the stock market is actually one of the most dangerous places for you to be right now. Why do I say that? It's because of something I call the scarcity trap. You see, true wealth is built on a foundation of emotional and psychological stability. If you don't have that, the numbers don't matter. Imagine this scenario. You put that grand into a volatile stock because you're hungry for growth. Tomorrow, the market dips by 10%. It happens every day. But at the same time, your car breaks down, or you have an unexpected medical bill. What happens next? You are forced to sell your investment when it's down, just to pay a basic bill. That doesn't just cost you money. It creates a psychological scar. It teaches your brain a very dangerous lesson. Investing is scary, and I am always destined to be broke. You lose your confidence, and more importantly, you lose your momentum. That is why the first 1,000 is the most important one you will ever manage. It's not about the profit, it's about the habit and the safety. So, step 1. The serious but absolutely vital step. If you don't have a backup, put that money in a high-yield savings account. I know. It's not exciting. It's not going to make you a headline. But it is not about the interest rate. It's about what I call the sleep-at-night factor. When you have $1,000 in reserve, your entire biology changes. Your cortisol levels drop. You stop making decisions out of fear. You start making them out of strategy. You cannot build a skyscraper of wealth on a swamp of daily grinding anxiety. You need solid ground. Think about it this way. Your first 1,000 is your shield. In the ancient world, no soldier went into battle without a shield. Only once you have a shield can you effectively pick up the sword. In the history of great fortunes, from the titans of industry to the self-made entrepreneurs of today, no one ever reached the top while constantly worrying about how they would pay for a flat tire or a broken window. Stability is the precursor to growth. Now, once that shield is in place, we can finally begin to discuss where the real, life-changing wealth is actually manufactured. Because once you aren't afraid of survival, you can start focusing on mastery. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think the next step is to find the perfect stock or the perfect piece of real estate. but they are looking outside when they should be looking inside. They forget that the most powerful engine of wealth ever created is sitting right between their ears. I really want to hear from you on this. Does the idea of keeping cash in a simple savings account feel like boring, wasted time to you? Or does it feel like a breath of fresh air? Be honest with me in the comments. Because if we can't master this first psychological hurdle, nothing else I tell you is going to matter. But if you can find that discipline, then you are ready for the second phase of this journey, where we turn that stability into an unstoppable force of growth and income potential. If you've accepted the importance of that foundation, then you are finally ready to build the structure of your wealth the right way. Let's talk about where the real, life-changing results come from. People ask me all the time, Dr. Russo, what has the best return on investment? Is it Bitcoin? Is it real estate? Is it gold? My answer is always the same, and it has never changed. The most valuable asset in the world is the person you see in the mirror every single morning. Let's look at the cold, hard math for a second. If you put $1,000 into a broad stock market index and you have a great year, you might have $1,100. $100 gain. That's fine. It's a start. But let's be real with each other. $100 isn't going to change your life. It isn't going to buy your freedom. It isn't going to allow you to quit a job you hate or move to a city you love. But what if you spent that same $1,000 on a high-level professional certification? A deep dive masterclass in advanced negotiation? Or learning how to manage complex digital systems that major companies are desperate to pay for? You could turn that $1,000 into $10,000 of additional income every single month. The return on your own brain is mathematically infinite. Let me give you a detailed example of what I call the skill stack. I once knew a woman named Elena. Elena was a talented graphic designer. She was earning a decent salary, but she was stuck. She felt like a commodity, someone who could be easily replaced. She had $1,000 saved, and she was tempted to buy tech stocks. Instead, she invested in a deep dive course on user experience strategy and the psychology of consumer behavior. She didn't just learn a new software tool, she stacked her skills. She became a designer who understood why people click, why people buy, and how to solve business problems through visuals. Within 6 months, Elena wasn't looking for a job. Major corporations were looking for her. Her income tripled. Why? Because she made herself rare. She didn't buy the asset, she became the asset. That is the ultimate goal. Then there's the story of David. David worked in mid-level management. He was a numbers guy, very competent but invisible. He spent his first $1,000 on a high-end public speaking and leadership coach. Most of his colleagues literally laughed at him behind his back. They said, "You spent $1,000 just to learn how to talk? What a waste." 2 years later, David was promoted to vice president. Why? Because while everyone else in the office was technically competent, David was the only one who could lead a room, resolve a high-stakes conflict, and inspire a team to action. That $1,000 turned into a 6-figure salary increase. That is an ROI that no stock market in the history of the world can ever match. This is the secret weapon of the wealthy: compounding skills. Unlike money, which can be lost in a market crash, inflated away by the government, or stolen, your skills and your character stay with you forever. They are completely recession-proof. They are the only things you truly own in this world. When you have high-value skills, you don't fear the economy. You are the economy. You carry your earning potential inside you wherever you go. So, here is your homework. I call it the Russo ROI Challenge. I want you to look at your current career, your business, or your side hustle. What is the one skill that, if you mastered it, would make you 10 times more valuable to the world? Is it public speaking? Is it data analysis? Is it a deep understanding of human psychology? Or maybe it is mastering the art of high-stakes communication and leadership. Find a way to invest that $1,000 into that skill. Do not eat the seed because you're hungry today. Plant it in the fertile soil of your own mind and water it with daily discipline. The harvest will be more than you can imagine. It is the only guaranteed way to climb the ladder of success without relying on luck or market timing. I'm curious, what is that one skill for you? What is the missing piece of your professional puzzle? Write it in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable here. This is a community of serious growth. I want to see you succeed, but I want you to do it with a plan that actually works. And hey, if this talk helped you see your money and your potential in a new light, please show some support. Hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who is tired of drifting and ready to start building. It's time to take control of your destiny. I'm Dr. Russo. Keep your mind on your money, stay serious about your future, and remember, you are your own greatest investment. I'll see you at the top. Let's make the next 5 years the most productive years of our lives. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to our next conversation.